I'm talking with Republic Studs, and welcome to this whatever it is podcast. Remember
Okay.
to subscribe. I don't know.
Okay, guys. So welcome back to the Republic Stud Show, and today we have one of my favorite people in the community, the man, the myth, the legend,
Aw.
MicahNike. So MicahNike, welcome to the Republic Stud Show, our third guest. Very, very exciting. It is an honor to have you on. This guy is a absolute giant. Like here. This is how I like to start all of these different podcasts. I guess just what got you involved? What got you in the community? You're in the Lego. Just tell me what got you involved. Who got you involved? I just like to ask people that because it's an interesting thing to think about. How'd that happen?
Yeah.
I'm most curious to hear.
Yeah. I basically started, like, from my memory, it was like, I started with like watching M&R Productions. He was just kind of one of the first people I watched, and I know it's like kind of generic, but M&R, he's one of the biggest guys in the Lego Star Wars community. So I mean, no coincidence that I happened to hop on his channel first. But then after a while, I was like, hey, maybe I could make a YouTube channel about this stuff after I subscribed to a few more people. Actually, you know what? Maybe Watermelon Studios was the first person I started watching. So it was him and then
Really?
M&R. Yeah. So it was those two mainly, and then eventually I was like, hey, let's start a YouTube channel. And then that was in January of 2019. And then after a while, I was just like, I kind of started realizing I had a love for editing. I started with like this thing called InShot. That was the first editing software I had. That was okay. And then I went on to iMovie, and then I went on to what is it, Video Leap. That was the best software on my phone that I've ever had. I highly
Oh,
recommend it
you had
if
it
you
on
had
your
it on your
phone
phone.
too?
Yeah, I mean for the longest time it was like,
Yeah, I did that too.
I
I was
only
in that
recently
rabbit hole.
switched. Yeah.
Don't you do
So
it on your iPad? Right? Or something like that?
I do it I used to do it on my phone, and then recently I switched to Premiere Pro, which I believe that's what you were using,
Yeah,
right?
I use that on my laptop. This podcast is probably going to be edited on Premiere Pro.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot with it, especially with I really like J cutting, which is like when you overlap the audio. I find that really fun to do, especially if I want to keep the pacing in the
Is
video
that what it's
going. Like,
called?
you got to cut out all the silences and like respect the viewer's time, right?
No, no, I mean I get that. I mean, something I've noticed is I hate to say this, but I've been structuring my videos almost like I know you've been doing this, and this is kind of the new brand of YouTube where it's all fast paced. It's almost structured like a TikTok video because people like need to have those cuts. Which is why I find it harder to do like conversation videos. And every now and then I'll
Mhm.
try to like do one. Like I did one about the perfect last Clone War set if they were to do one or something along those lines. Um, and yeah, I found that fascinating. So I think it would be cool to talk about just how like we met. Like I mean, or
Oh yeah.
online at least. Like Mike and I just one day like put together this video. Here, I'll let you explain this one.
Yeah, I mean, actually, to give you credit, you were the one who reached out to me first. When I first saw you like commenting on my videos, I'm like, why is this person like? It showed up in my 1K and above notifications on my phone, and I was like, why is this guy commenting on my videos? And I can't remember exactly what you were saying. I know it was all positive stuff, but eventually you're like, hey, you know what? It'd be great. If I've seen your like prequel stud out of context videos. It would be great if you could like make one
Yeah.
for me. And I'm like, I could do that. And then
I love
I
those
did
things.
that. And then
I enjoyed like that content that content when you first came out with it so much. It was fun, uh, and yeah, like didn't you recently hit 1,000 subs? Right?
yeah, I mean,
Like, well, not that
actually,
recently,
it
but
it wasn't that recent. I've been like kind of just like this
yeah.
recently with the analytics and
Mike and
stuff.
Ike has
But
a poor habit of inconsistently uploading.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm too much of a perfectionist with editing, especially like I'm like, oh, this thing I got to make sure in my last video or the one that hasn't come out yet is going to come out this Sat or no, Sunday.
I'll link
This
it in
this
the
Sunday is
description.
going to
These
come
come
out.
out Sunday.
I spent like so much time making sure that the audio was even throughout the whole video. I did not need to do that, guys.
Yeah,
Like when it gets to that point, just publish the video,
yeah.
honestly.
I've gone down those types of rabbit holes where I gotta make everything like just such a certain way,
Yeah,
and
like I was like going to each individual cut that I had made, and my cuts are like sometimes every half of a second, sometimes even.
I don't get how
Uh,
you do that because with Adobe specifically, like you use a bunch of techniques. Like when you have the letters, like at that with the fonts or typing at the bottom, they use like put the words. I use Adobe. I suck at it. Like editing's not my favorite thing. It's like I do it because I like to put out the videos, but it's not like my favorite part. I like interacting with everyone. I like doing recording and that sort of stuff. Editing
yeah,
isn't as
yeah.
much my thing, so. I need to learn more. It's one of those essential things. So like with you, it's fascinating because you're great at editing. Do you like enjoy the editing as much as I guess the rest of it, or is it just kind of a thing you have to do?
I used to go through like phases of like, okay, I really like recording, and now I really like editing. I feel like now I I would probably slightly favor editing
Really?
over recording. I might I think I kind of favor them equally, but since my family is like it's just I'm constantly needing to not be loud in my house. It's like if like I'm not going to go into specifics or anything, but there's like quite a few reasons behind it. I could actually tell you after we're done with this if you're curious why, but like it yeah, so it's
One
very
time I
rare
was
when
recording, and this was I was answering your question. I might have done this on an Ask the Stud about
oh
how do
yeah,
you get people to not care about you talking so loud. And then I get a
yeah.
text on my phone from my sister. Why are you so loud? And I'm in the basement. Like I'm a whole level like from where she is.
Oh my
so
gosh.
so I can't even imagine like I mean I like the area I'm in right now is like in attached to downstairs. So like it's easier to hear me here, so I'm usually a little quieter here than I am in the basement, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
Like I was answering your question about that and I get that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. That's ironic.
Yeah. So you're mainly Lego Star Wars, right? You've started doing decaling. You don't do
Yeah,
sets as
yeah,
much. You do
basically.
clearance. I know that.
Yeah, I do a lot of clearance shopping. Well, not even just clearance shopping anymore. It's just even like Instagram deals. I just bought like, oh my gosh, how much money did I spend? Like this month alone,
Walmart's
probably,
been
don't
having
tell my
insane
parents, but
deals. Yeah. Do you
$300, I
follow Lego
think.
deals on Reddit? I don't have Reddit. That's the only
I
Reddit I
actually
actually follow. I don't go on any other ones. But like
dude,
people say, look what I
I
found at
gotta do
Walmart.
that. Yeah, okay. I'll definitely look into that Reddit. I have Reddit, but I haven't used it in ages.
Yeah, I don't use it. I just have notifications on for that because that's how I found out they have the Dark Trooper like attack set for like $23 on
Ah, wow.
at Costco. Like before it's even out.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
It,
Man, why is
it's probably
everything
gonna
at
hit you
Costco
because you're like in the
recently?
Midwest kinda. So
Hmm.
you're in
Yeah, I
Illinois,
don't have a
right?
Costco that's near me. I don't think so.
You're in Illinois,
Feels
right?
bad. No, I'm not in
Oh,
Illinois. I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota. Oh, I don't know because I keep
Will's
associating
from
you going
Illinois.
to all these different things in like like
In
Chicago or
Chicago,
whatever.
yeah, like Brick World Chicago.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to that one. Although I wish I did. It sounds like a lot of people are going. And it sounds really. Have you done those? Like, what are those like?
I haven't actually went to one yet. This will be my first convention. I've actually
Really?
been kind of bullying Coconut with Wilber's Productions just so he can go to Brick World Chicago. If he doesn't go, then Coconut, if you're watching this, I might just like rob you or something. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It's all jokes.
Is that a threat? Premeditated robbery.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's all jokes, guys. Please don't cancel me.
yeah, I mean, so you're going the full time? I know a huge group of you guys are going. You have Will going. You have Tyler from Life Brick Studios going. Um,
Yeah,
Potter Minifigs
BFAB.
Pals. I heard she's going from
Oh,
Australia.
really? Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah. Um, I don't know anyone else who's going. Well, I think
Yeah.
Matt's going. Matt's going. Brick was. Um,
I
so
mean, me and like, let's see, me, Will, T-Mog, and
who's
uh,
that?
and
T-Mog.
BFAB. We are all like, we have a
BFAB's going.
plan, man. What?
BFAB's going.
Yeah, BFAP's going. Yeah.
No, I love that guy. He's great. No, I was talking
Dude,
to
he lives
BFAB
in
recently.
Minnesota too, so he's like me and him are gonna likely carpool together. So
Oh, that
like that'll be really
is
cool.
he in your? Oh, that's so much fun. You said you're in Minnesota, right?
Hmm.
So apparently, I know this isn't Minnesota. This is Michigan. But if you happen to be in Michigan, I heard Clone Me Customs now has their own storefront, or they're
Oh, so
setting up
like I
one.
could go there in
So you
person?
could go there in person and like pick out your that would be a
That'd be
really fun
cool.
video.
That would be. Oh my gosh. I wonder if anyone's done that before.
I haven't seen I haven't found I don't know if they've officially set it up. I'll email Tyler to see if they've set that up yet. I would totally like if I was in Michigan, like I wouldn't go out of my way to go to Michigan to go to it, but like that would be awesome. So like I know you're closer to it, so that would be pretty cool. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him about it. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is something I've always wondered because I've just always understood it to be there, and it's been there for a long time. It was even featured in my CMF series I did. It is your wife. So I want an
Let
explanation,
me get
and
my mic.
and you need to be very descriptive for listeners that aren't watching. So he's going up to pick up his wife, which is like a
Yes.
American Girl doll severed head.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, so apparently according to the lore,
There's a
so
lore.
generic stud, yes, believe it or not, yes. So generic stud apparently kicked off her head, like it's detached it from her body and used it as a football.
When did that happen?
Um, I have it on my clips channel actually.
He kicked it all the way
He said
to
it
from
on.
Britain to Minnesota.
Well, I
Wow,
don't
that
know
was a
how it
punt.
got from there to here, but like I don't know, potentially. You never know. There's a lot of
Gray area.
lot to be determined basically, I guess. But like my wife and I have been married for like I don't know, at least a year, I think. And she has two hats. She's swagging, looking really
And guys,
nice.
she doesn't
This
have anything under her neck. It's just a head.
yeah, dude, it's literally just like this is
Where
what
did
it
you
looks
get
like,
that? Is
guys.
that like from a hair salon?
Um, probably. I got it at a garage sale. I got her for like
Why did you buy
25
that
or
at a
50 cents.
garage sale? What was this? You
I
saw
it
this
was for
head, and you were
competition.
like,
So
yes.
so like I used to run cross country, okay? And my team was like
You look
doing
like the type of
a
person
thing.
that would run
There was
cross
like a
country.
citywide garage sale. So like we had to pick up a bunch of things for like we got $2 and we had to pick up a bunch of things just and just earn certain awards. One of them was most unique, and I was going for most unique.
You won
And
most unique.
I saw her and I was like, she's unique. So let's buy her for 25 or 50 cents, whatever it was. And
That was a
there we
steal. I
go.
would have paid 50 cents for that. It's like, oh, you get an
Yeah,
extra
she's
leg for an
definitely
extra
worth more than
nickel.
that. Yeah, I mean, she was more than fairly priced there.
So you bought your wife out of like the trade, like she was like up
Yeah,
for sale.
pretty much.
You saved her from slavery, I guess, for 50 cents. Not
That's
bad.
dude. I've always kind of like thought of it that way, but I didn't want to actually say it
You
just
thought
because
of
I'm
it
like,
that way.
I don't
I
know.
always
I mean,
thought
it's
that my
not
wife was a
necessary.
slave and I bought her out of it, and now she's my wife.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't want to make slave jokes though, because like there's still slavery is a thing in other countries,
Yeah.
like not necessarily the U.S.
Well,
anymore, but
I mean, there's
still.
still like 400,000 in the U.S. right now. It's just illegal.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's probably
depressing.
true. But anyway, yeah,
Speaking of
my wife is
Yeah.
very
Speaking of
beautiful.
that, one of the things I've loved you've done, like this is something like that your channel has been. You've always been about staying positive. I feel like that is that one of your
Mhm.
catchpharases? Like you said that at the end of every video.
Yes. Yeah, so I used to say it at the end of every video. Now I kind of like to end them abruptly. I wish I could still like say it with people staying to the end, but people just honestly they catch on and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna leave it right when Mike
Just
is
do whatever
wrapping
you're
up
gonna
the
do at the
video.
end, and then just say and stay positive, and then
But yeah, I mean I could probably do that. But at least at the end of my streams now, like it's kind of a core value is just, spread positivity to everyone because like, that's something that it's just rare in this world to kind of
you see, I
do
love that.
positive things now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that because the Lego Star Wars community gets a really bad rap for being toxic,
Yeah.
and I think that really just you have to make the small steps. So I think that's good that you're doing that, and I encourage every up and coming YouTuber. I try my best to be as positive as possible. You know, I like to call out when some things are wrong, but I won't like, you know, I guess go full hog on negativity because, you know, that makes life suck. Like, it doesn't like being who likes
Yeah.
being negative about everything. Um, but yeah, so you are big. I'd say in like the community. You're just involved with everyone. Everyone likes you. I've yet to meet a person. Well, I don't think I've met a person that doesn't like you. I don't know. I talk to a lot of people, but none of
I
the people I've talked to have disliked
yeah.
you. So
Like the
that
only people who really hate me are the trolls and stuff and like controversial people in the Lego community. I know
oh
I
yeah,
think there were a
there are
few,
trolls
I'm
all
not
over the
gonna name
place.
names, but like there's like maybe one or two people who they don't even hate me, they just slightly dislike me for
Yeah,
reasons that I mean, it's usually because like someone bullied them in my chat.
bullied. Stay positive, buddy. Oh, you're bullying me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's for weird reasons that I don't think I can control.
Yeah, like people have that with me too. Like people just are like, eh. That's something. It's like something petty though. That's what bothered me. Like it's not even a serious thing. It's like something petty. Like you did this in one video and you said this like certain thing, and I'm like, really?
I
That's
mean, at
that
that
like
point,
there are a
if
lot of things.
yeah,
Like there are a lot of things. Like a lot of people might not like my sense of humor or whatever because my sense of humor does indeed suck. But yeah. So
I don't know.
I guess another thing I want to hit on with you is your style of video. Your style of video is like starting to get mainstreamed, I guess, into the YouTube like market where you just have these fast paced topical videos where you're almost telling a story. So
Yeah,
I suck with storytelling. How do you do the storytelling? And how do you just do your videos like with this fast paced editing? Because I find it fascinating. You have you, generic stud, and Brick Science to a degree are the only ones in the community I really know who do it. And I've tried sometimes. I just don't feel like I could do it organically. But yeah, I want to hear what you have to say.
yeah. I mean, I guess something that is really important, in my opinion, when you're making a video, especially if you're doing it like, for me, I try to do it weekly. I don't always upload weekly, but but if I were to upload, consistently weekly, I it can't be like a normal you can't treat it like a daily upload. You have to have like a very strong topic that there is a lot of people that that will be interested in that video topic. And you also have to keep in mind, can I actually do a video on it? How would the thumbnail potentially look? Could I do that? And how would I title it is another thing. Because if the title is too long, like you can't describe it in a few words, then usually people won't really know what the video's about unless if they click in on it, and usually they would be like, "Yeah, I'm just kind of confused. Let's move on to the next video suggestion or whatever." So that's one thing, and then actually recording it depends for me. Like sometimes I'm kind of getting more into sometimes I edit my streams into a video. And then other times it's just like, I come up with a video topic, I do it, and then I make that into a video. And then also the editing process is really important as well if you want to make a big like, one video a week kind of thing. Um, I would say cutting is the most important because, if you don't cut the video correctly, basically cutting is like I'm gonna cut out this silence right here, or I'm gonna like, adjust the length of this like
Yeah,
portion
I
of
do
the
a fair
video.
bit of that.
Yeah, so that is the most important part of the video. Like it's it's not what most people would consider good editing, but it really is good editing if you cut out the right parts. Because sometimes there's just straight up useless information that you spit out of your mouth, and then you keep it in the video, and then people are like, "I'm just gonna skip this." They press the arrow key on their computer, or they double tap this side of the screen to skip 10 seconds or whatever. And then you lost that viewership. You kind of have to respect people's time. Just keep that in mind when you're clipping or cutting your video. And then I would recommend also listening through it like once or twice when you're finished with your video, just to make sure if there's any parts of your video that you're just kind of getting bored uh, when you watch it, then cut that out. That's just kind of my
No,
philosophy there.
that's 100% fair. I think that would be fascinating, and I tried this like to apply it to Lego reviews, And I guess the way I did it, at least people just didn't gravitate towards like with Lego reviews. You know, everyone's very used to the okay, like here is a calm and condensed video, and I do this. I find it informative and unique, and when you want to know about all the details of a Lego set. And I tried doing quick reviews. People they didn't stick to them. Maybe it was just my editing style, or people just didn't like those sets. That was I think back in early 2020 or the wave that sucked early 2021, the X-wings.
Oh, yeah.
and so that was probably a part of it.
Yeah, sometimes it's the video topics that kill you. It's not even really
I mean,
like anything else.
how have your decal videos been going? Because like the clone industry on YouTube, the clone industry is like an interesting one. Like how did those do?
I mean, I guess I don't usually decal in videos.
Or you did
Which
decal
is
topic
interesting.
videos. You did when I was like in the thumbnail, I think, right?
Yeah, that was my first ever kind of experience with decaling. I thought I'd document that, and that did very well, mostly because of your viewers who came over, which was really nice.
Oh, really?
I appreciate that.
Well,
Yeah.
I just thought
Um,
it did well.
but yeah, I do plan on doing another decaling video soon. I actually have like a sponsorship set up for that. I'm
Ooh,
so
who is it?
excited.
Who is it?
This is my first Wide Sky Customs.
Oh, I don't know that
Yeah,
one.
dude.
It's so sad because Jonak toys fell off the face of the earth.
Dude. Yeah, that
I
sucks.
I, I, I am genuinely sad because like I liked his business and nobody knows what happened to him.
He sells cheap decals and like they're Lego accurate compared to like, oh, I have to add the arm printing because or the arm decals
Yeah,
because they just come with
I
it. Like
loved that
Jonak,
about
he's
him.
like, no,
And he
I'm
was
gonna cut
and he
that
was
out.
just introducing like pad printing. He was gonna have them all printed, and
Yeah.
and he just disappeared one day, and nobody knows
Yeah.
why.
I don't know. Hopefully he'll come back. Like I really
I don't
love
think he will. I think he's afraid to come back because there's so many people who like like he probably has it owes it like I know he owes me money. He probably owes other people money, and he hasn't shipped out a lot of people's stuff, and I guess he's lost that reputation. He's been gone since last time I messaged him was September, so that's what is it, March almost? So that's a while. That's like
yeah.
5 months, right? Something like
Yeah,
that.
that is yeah,
6 months.
it's quite a while.
Yeah, ooh, that's sad. So either way, Mr. MicahNike, like you're a fascinating dude. Have you ever? So what does your family think of your channel? What do your friends think of it? Like this is something I always find fascinating. Like to just know like this isn't like you're a celebrity, but it's not like you're a like a like there are people that actually respect you like and watch you and that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I can't say I'm 100% of deserving of that just because I'm not even really that consistent. People are like counting on me for things. They're like, Micah, your videos are so. I'm like, but I barely upload, and I don't know. There's a bunch of things I could improve upon. Is basically what I'm saying. But like, I'd say well, to answer your question, my parents they're like, yeah, okay, you have a channel. They give me suggestions and they say you shouldn't have done this or stuff like
What is
that.
one of the things you shouldn't have done?
I don't know. Every once in a while, like my mom is like, I can't think of any specific examples. She was like, oh, you should have done this. You should have said that, and I'm like, but it, what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember the specific example, but like, yeah, I don't know. My mom watches all my videos. My
Yeah,
dad
my
every once
mom
in a while
watches
does.
most of mine. She says she can't be bothered by the reviews or like the set news, but she watches like all of the other ones. So
Yeah. I mean, if you make a good entertaining
she's probably
video,
my
then
grandma or my
yeah.
mom are probably watching this right now. So you
Yeah,
can say hi.
hey, there we go. Hello, Studs' grandma and mom.
Yeah, that's funny. So I guess something like I wanted to ask like so what's the end goal here? What do you is there like a goal you have? Do you want to hit 100,000 subs? Do you want to just keep kind of chill where you are? Like
As for my YouTube channel, I would say I don't have very many like goals besides like, I would like to get monetized, by
that's your
like
goal, right?
sometime in
Yeah, that's
April.
tough, especially when you're doing those short videos.
Yeah, so that's why I've been trying to do like my cutting down my streams into videos, that's been helping. The watch time for those videos have really helped a lot. Which is the only thing I'm missing out on for
Yeah. Oh
monetization
yeah.
is
You
watch
know, you
time.
certainly
So
have the what is it, 4,000
the
views?
subscriber. Oh yeah, 4,000 watch hours is
Watch
what
hour. Ooh.
you need.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
tough for
So
me.
I just have the subscribers, but not the watch hours, which is, I just need to make longer videos, I guess, is what YouTube wants. But I mean, as for my goals and stuff, I would love to have the biggest OG clone army on the planet. That would be so cool.
I
I
just got
mean,
a few new
I'd love.
OG clones. I might hook you up with those because I'm not trying to get them. I just want to have one of each clone. So like, I'm
Oh
not trying to
yeah.
go crazy. I just want one of each clone. And I'm a simple man. Um, I want one of every single one of these things. Um,
Yeah.
so
I
so
would say one of my other goals is to become a billionaire,
a billionaire.
not
Oh,
too
how are
out
you gonna do
there.
it? You're
I
not doing
don't
it
know.
by recording Lego
I'm gonna
videos.
get the biggest clone army or OG clone army on Earth. I'd probably be a billionaire then. All I'd have to do is sell those clones. There we go.
That's very true.
I'd
You hold it in
inflate the market
assets.
so much for the OG clones that I just sell them all for a really expensive price.
So this is something I want to ask you. It's not really Lego or channel related. This is just something I saw you posted a while ago. And it's your missions. So like I'm not too familiar with these. Like so you go on missions to like recruit people and stuff, right? And help people and that
Well,
sort.
like mission trips.
Yes, I want to hear
Oh yeah.
about these because I want
Oh,
to know like what it is you do with these because I think it's really awesome.
Oh yeah. So for those who don't know, I am a Christian, and so with my church, I do end up doing a lot of, well, this was like my first mission trip, I guess, that I did last summer, and it was pretty fun. So basically, like what a mission trip is it's not like a vacation. A lot of people get those two things
Yeah.
confused. For mission trips, we're going somewhere to spread the gospel to people. It's like, just to help people out. Like let's see, I helped quite a few people with like the groups that I was in. We for one house that was had like I don't know, probably like 15 people living in it. It was like a nice big family. We helped like clean their roof, and I think we helped do a few other things there. Like their roof was really nasty, and we also sealed it up so that it wasn't leaking anymore.
Oh,
And
that's
there's just
tough.
other
Was it at like a
yeah.
decent sized house? I mean, 15 people's a lot.
Yeah, well, it was for 15 people, I would say it's a bit small, but it was like a large house compared to, a lot of the ones that you'd see just around your neighborhood, your average neighborhood.
Yeah.
But it was in pretty rough shape. These people, I went to Puerto Rico to do this stuff, so these people they're not in the best living conditions, so we're just doing whatever we can to help. And then we're spreading the gospel as well, just because as a Christian, I believe that is important just to share that with people. And
Do,
we're just I guess it is kind of like recruiting. We're just helping
yeah.
them with whatever they need, and then giving them something spiritually as well to just sharing why we're here and all that stuff. Like I guess explaining it now it's a bit hard just because I know a lot
Yeah.
of the viewers here may not
Well, yeah,
be
but I mean,
Christians,
just
but
kind of explain how it is. I mean, I guess if people are really interested, they could, go further research it. I just like hearing about it. I mean, you're explaining it to me
yeah,
too. I like vaguely knew of it. Like, you learn about missionary trips in history class and that
yeah.
sort of stuff. But it just, I don't know too many people who have actually done them. So, like, do you think it helps play into, like, do you think your values from, just not just those experiences, but your religion as a whole, like, affect the way you produce content and the way you conduct yourself?
Oh, for sure. I would say, I mean, the whole reason I don't swear is because I'm a Christian. If I wasn't a Christian, I would be so much different. I would be more rebellious and like I would say whatever the heck comes to my mind. That's just my nature. But like it's softened me up and helped me to be a better person, I feel. Um, and it's helped me to be more patient with people. Just uh what the Bible says about certain things is it really helps me to just be a better person, just trying to follow what God says, I guess.
No, I mean that's like I you see I like that. Like I like when people just do I guess things with a purpose. Like I mean, I guess in a way you're just promoting good vibes and that sort of stuff. And I just like that you're just being such a doing a great thing. Like, I mean, I try to do it myself. Well, I'd say I do it myself. Yeah. So, at least and just saying like not saying stuff that's stupid, or I try anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I can tell. Like, yeah, you're Jewish, right?
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I think from my understanding, like you're trying to kind of be a good person as well. I mean, it's
yeah.
obviously, for I know for me at least, it's like being a good person isn't the only thing we focus on. There's obviously more
Well,
important things as
absolutely. I
well. But
mean, you have to be a loyal servant of God beyond anything else.
yeah, but I mean, yeah. So basically, that what I was talking about beforehand for the gospel, that is the basics of, my religion and stuff like that. But I guess I don't know. Is it okay if we
Yeah,
get
yeah,
into that?
no,
I
I
don't know.
mean,
I
I
feel
want to
like we're
talk about.
going
I
too
like
far.
talking about anything. It doesn't have to be related
I don't
to YouTube.
know.
I think
Yeah,
it's interesting. You just get to hear. I think people who listen to this like they know the surface level me. They know I do Lego Star Wars, but and they probably might know the surface level you. They know you make YouTube videos and do that sort of stuff. And
yeah,
I think the reason they kind of like listening to this, they get to hear a little bit more. And I don't know. That's what I like. That's why I listen to podcasts. I want to hear more about what they have to say and beyond just their, I guess, your preconceived notion of them. So I'm good
yeah,
with
yeah. That
talking
makes
about it.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess there's a lot of different things that I've been trying to do just to improve, uh, you know, how I'm impacting people. Because I've been starting to realize how like influential I can be to people, just like not only on YouTube, but I'm also the reason I say I'm busy a lot is because, I'm just doing a lot of things, whether it's for my church or whether it's work or something like that. Like wherever you go, just keep in mind, however you act, it does like matter, and it helps. It can help or hurt people throughout their life. And I would hope that I am, helping people as much as possible. Just straight up, just being positive. Or if it's hard for you to be positive, just don't say anything negative. Try to, you know, help these people through whatever they're going through. Or if they're having a good time, just be with them and celebrate that. Like I feel like it's good to. One thing that I've discovered about myself is I'm very empathetic. I hope that's not coming off as arrogant or anything, but like
No,
I try to
no, that
empathize with
yeah.
people. Yeah, I try to empathize with people, so I kind of want to know how they're feeling so I can know how to treat them, know how to make them feel the best possible, I guess. It's a really healthy thing, I would say, and it's something I would recommend to anyone watching if, you're like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I could show a little more empathy." Just try it. I mean, I
Yeah.
think uh
Be a
I,
good
I
person.
I don't want to sound like you guys aren't
No,
doing that,
yeah,
but
no.
like
I
just
mean,
in case,
the thing is,
you need
if
to
you
focus
think,
on that
if
more.
I guess the thing that at least I think, and maybe I'm flawed in this, but I think if you're happy, I guess with who you are, you're not looking good enough because there's always going to be something wrong with everyone. Unfortunately, you're never going to be perfect, and if you think that
Yeah, there's always
you're
things to
perfect,
improve
then
upon.
you're probably not. Like I know
Yeah,
I have tons of things to work, and I'm probably more negative than I'd like to be. I'll be 100% honest. I'm very pessimistic about lots of things. And the unfortunate thing about being a pessimist is, you're always right eventually.
oh,
That's the unfortunate thing because like it's like, oh, you're gonna die one day. Like, yeah, it's true. It might not be today, but it's gonna happen eventually. So that's
yeah,
depressing. But beyond that, I think it's just overall better to be positive. So I hope I am hopefully people listening just take that away. Just be a good person, even if it's for the next 30 minutes after this video. Hold the door for grandma or something.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't even have to be like I'm gonna do this. Just like in the moment, just be conscious of what you could do, uh, whether you can help someone out or uh, I don't know, even just how you word things is that's something I've really been focusing on. I like to hyper. focus on whatever or overanalyze or what. I mean, I know that's an ADHD symptom, but like I feel
Yeah.
like it's I feel like it's important to do that. At least that's something that I do.
I think
Just
watching
like
what you say is something that I, as well as like I'd say a majority of our society, just doesn't do as much. Only I guess in terms of like not wanting to be offensive. So
yeah, I
that sort of
mean,
stuff.
I think it's important just to before you actually say something, just like look at the person, how are they feeling, and how can I word this in a way that is not gonna uh be offensive or not gonna or how can I say this in the best way possible for this situation is I guess kind of what I am thinking. And I guess that does transfer to my YouTube video as
Yeah.
well, like how I word things. Because like even like one or two words difference can make a world of difference for uh a person watching your videos or whoever you're talking to in real life, whatever that is. It can make a world of difference.
Absolutely. Um, so we were talking about this before we started, and I want to touch on this now. I guess there are two elements to this, so I'll get them out now before my brain completely forgets because my main mind works like that. So your shorts chat, your new like YouTube community shorts channel, and oh my gosh, see it already left the Tommy in it thing. We were gonna talk about that because
But yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
I guess yeah.
which
Wait,
do you
which
want to
one do
hit
you
on
want to start
first?
with?
Because
Oh,
this is your podcast, I guess, on my channel.
I mean, if I'm gonna be selfish here, I'm gonna promote my shorts channel, or I
Go
mean my
ahead,
clips
go
channel
for
is
it.
what I call it. Um,
He's made a bunch of videos. I don't know. I just want to preface this for a second. And he has a video with generic stud, I think, right? One or two of
yep,
those. And he has
yep.
one with Quackity. He has one with Tommy in it. And did you do Mr. Beast yet?
Yeah, I did one with Mr. Beast and one or two more coming.
Yeah, and two of them I think are me.
Yep. Yeah.
Which
One of them is you dropping a scissors.
yeah, one of them is me. Like it was like 2 seconds. Like it's funny because I was in class and you tagged me on your Instagram that you posted that, and I
Yeah.
open up and I just see this big face of me going, and I was like, oh, I don't need anyone seeing that. But then I went and watched it later, and I was like, wait, I missed that. I was kind of confused by it, but I thought it was great, and I am
I
honored
mean,
to.
it's fun to just clip special moments like that. I mean, it can be funny or just straight up like, oh, this is really interesting
My
stuff.
live streams
Um,
are full of special moments.
exactly. Yeah, like oh, I wish I could attend more of them because now it's a little bit harder since I've started up work again. But
Yeah.
like, man, yeah, it's the some of those moments are just gold on your streams and like, man, and streaming in general is something I've gotten a lot into and like, man, like streams. I feel like they're an underrated part of YouTube because there's Twitch where most people stream and then there's YouTube where it's mostly videos, but streams are kind of overlooked. Um, a lot of people treat them as like, this is a way to kind of engage with my community and like, this is
Yeah.
helping people to kind of talk to me about, whatever. And that's good.
Streams
It's
are
good
so
to do
fun.
those streams.
I have been
Yeah,
loving streams. It's just sometimes you just need to be in a streaming mood, if you will. Like you can't be like, oh, I gotta
that's true.
stream. You
Yeah.
have to like want it. And like there've been times where I'm just like, I can't stream, and I stream, and the stream just kind of turns out bad. But
Yeah, I had that with my last stream, honestly. I was gonna do a big stream. I was gonna rank all the Lego Star Wars battle packs in a tier list. That was gonna be the stream. And then my internet just
I thought you
was
were gonna say, and then my
terrible.
wife because in the head,
Well,
and then my wife.
I met my wife. Yeah, I mean, I that stream was I had high hopes for that, but then I ended up like, I was like, I don't think I'm even in the mood for this, guys. I'm sorry. Let's just play Lego Star Wars. And then they were like,
You just ended
okay.
the stream. Sorry guys, I don't feel like it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate when that happens. And I'm trying to get that. I mean, I think I'm to the point where those moments are a little bit more rare.
Yeah.
Um, just because I've streamed so much. But there's still like every once in a while. Well, it's really common for me now. It's like oh, I'm working on Saturday. That's usually when I stream. Oh, I can't do a big stream that day. I'm gonna have to do a little stream on like Friday or Sunday or something like that, to make up for it. Because I do put a lot of prep work into some of my streams. So yeah, I don't know. It's sometimes streams just take a long time to set up.
Yeah. So like with that, I guess we'll move over to the Tommy Innit stuff. He
Yeah.
is so we were talking like it's fascinating. So Tommy Innit, you know more about him than I do. I just have know he's a Minecraft YouTuber. I've seen him on like
Mhm.
a Mr. Beast gaming video. That's all I know. That's my whole knowledge
Oh,
of him, and he like is very high functioning. It seems,
yeah. I would say so. Tommy
and he's
Innit is
16,
really inspiring, because he's I think just a little bit older than you studs. How old are you?
16.
Yeah, he's 17 as of now. And well, he's gonna be turning. I think he's gonna turn 18 in like what is it, April or something?
I
Or
mean,
I think
generic stud's like 17, right?
yeah, I think they're like the same age pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's they're really similar. Their personalities are pretty similar. They both live in the UK, so they have the same kind of accent too. It's kind of funny.
He's the Tommy
Um,
Innit of the Lego community.
I mean, honestly, they're not wrong. It's they have a lot of similarities,
You see,
but
I
um,
tried doing this, like, who is who in the Lego community? Like, if you were to compare it to the broader YouTube community or people in general, I have a friend who's, like, big into the politics, and he, like, compares, he makes these really interesting comparisons with people. So he makes, like, what, like, I'm not gonna get into it too much here. It was just a funny analysis because I think it was Potter Minifigs like a couple years ago put together this video about like how the makeup community is kind of similar to the Lego community. Now I don't follow them.
oh yeah.
All I know is that James Charles is like a. How do I put this nicely? He is not. He is very inappropriate with underage people.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know how he's still
I
allowed
heard
to
about that.
exist. I don't get it, but
Yeah, he
I
got
digress.
canceled like once or twice or whatever it is, and then the one time was really big, lost
I
like
didn't know
millions
he
of
was
subs in one day.
16. He said that in a video. How is he still like a functioning like? How is he
Yeah,
allowed to operate
apparently
on YouTube?
he's still going and getting
I
views and
I
stuff. I
don't
don't know.
get that. That man,
I don't
man,
know.
man, man.
I don't know too much about it, but like the little things I've heard about him, like, oh dang, that's
He
unfortunate,
said in the
man.
video, "I didn't know he was 16." Like, my gosh.
Yeah.
Beyond that, they were drawing like comparisons. So I've seen that comparison. I've seen there's a political comparison, and like I could tell that you about that later. I don't feel like getting into it all here.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
And there's been like different communities, like the broader YouTube community. So I guess yeah, generic stuff. Who do you think you are? Like, who are you modeling yourself to be in the broader YouTube community?
I'm gonna be honest. I was like, generic stud, come on, get out of here. I'm Tommy in it. Nah, but now I feel like I'm more of a Ludwig kind of guy.
Who's
If you
that?
have you heard
Explain.
of
I
him?
don't know who this is.
Okay, so Ludwig is a streamer. He moved from Twitch to YouTube. He was doing YouTube kind of like a little bit, but now he like moved on to YouTube full time. So he's a streamer and video creator. Like he does a lot of very like cool streams, and I aspire to be like him with my streams.
Yeah.
Um, but I
What does he
also
do in
feel
his
like I'm
streams
kind
that
of
are
a
so
mixture.
special?
He does like large events kind of streams. Like he streams
Like a
pretty often,
Quackity
but every
stream.
once
We'll
in a
have
while.
like Raid Club Penguin or something.
Yeah, Quackity as well. I mean, Quackity, honestly, I can see he's definitely inspiring me as well. But
You see, you're too positive for him. Like I've watched a decent amount of his videos. Like all his Discord's got talent videos and that sort of stuff.
kind of
But
negative a bit.
yeah, he's a little too like edgy for you particularly.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I feel so Ludwig though, he's kind of um his like large events, a lot of them he is kind of repetitive, but some of it is like he spins a wheel and he has to do some terrible thing.
oh
And then
God,
another thing is like his stream tells him what to buy on Amazon. And some of those things are like
really?
thousands of
Oh,
dollars for like
that would be
something
dangerous
incredibly
if I did
stupid.
that.
Yeah, and I want to do the same thing except with like Lego knockoff stuff and people tell me what to buy. Don't steal that idea, anyone, please. But um I would love to do that sometime, maybe when I'm monetized. But uh then he makes a video later on, uh, or a stream and a video, and he just opens them up, like opens up all the packages once they arrive, and sometimes it takes
Oh,
so
so it's
long because he orders so many
so it's like
things.
those Wish.com videos where people go on Wish and see, oh, what weird crap can I find,
Yeah,
and then
it
they'll
kind of
open it
like
up
that
like a week
actually. Yeah,
later.
except he
Yeah,
gets his stream involved on it too, and I feel like that's a cool aspect. But like basically, he takes streaming to the next level, and I kind of want to do that with Lego. It's a little bit hard because I'm limited by the niche of Lego, but
yeah.
like still, I feel
I
like
mean,
it would be a cool
you
thing
see,
to do.
the problem I find, and I don't know if you have this, because you're mainly geared in the Lego Star Wars community. Is that like a fair thing to say?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
So
Yeah,
the thing I find hard because you see, I've tried to make the decision. Am I a more Star Wars centric Lego Star Wars YouTuber? Or am I a more Lego centric Star Wars YouTuber?
mm.
Um, I've done a little of, but I haven't done like a Star Wars video in forever. But anytime I try to do a non Lego Star Wars video, not just Lego video, it pretty much bombs. Like even if I just do generic Legos or Lego, Legos isn't a word, I know. Um, it just doesn't do well. Like have you had that problem where you try doing a more like generic video, like not Lego
Yeah.
Star Wars specific, and it just doesn't do well, or maybe it does do well. I don't know. How does it work for you?
Yeah, so I think part of the reason, well, I'm gonna give an example first, I guess.
Yeah,
One video that just kind of comes to mind is I reviewed some fake Lego. It was so fake Lego, if you guys don't know, that's like two of my most popular videos are on fake Lego. It's stuff that I
the
did
fake
back in
base
the
plate,
day,
right?
and it's cringy. Yeah, Max Baseplate is my biggest video. It's like one of the only
I see
Max
those when I
Baseplate
go to Dollar Store.
videos.
Every time I
Yeah.
go to the dollar store, I'm like, I can buy these for a video. I did one video on them, and you actually said, oh, because I didn't realize you did one until after you told me. Because I
Well,
did
for the
one on
make
the
it
same
block.
Lego he did, or similar. And I thought, like, oh, this is just gonna be a stupid, funny video. I made, like, funny jokes that, like, I thought were funny, but, probably weren't that funny. And it didn't do very well. Like, it did about mediocre for my channel, so.
Yeah, for like so one of the let's see, Make It Blocks videos I did it's actually the last Make It Blocks video that I ever did because it wasn't necessarily a straight up review. It was just like I was making fun of how terrible the minifigures looked because they were absolutely hideous. It
Oh
was
my god,
hilarious.
fake Lego minifigures, man, are something else. One time when I was like, this was when I was like 8 or 9, and I was impressionable, and my mom had a friend who like got all these fake Legos from like AliExpress or something, and my mom gave them to me, and I was like, Abby's, I was like doing, she got them, gave them to my mom, and my mom gave them to me because like was doing well in like, what was it, in 4th grade, 5th grade, something like that. And I thought they were like legit. And then I get one of them, and it was like a old Republic trooper. The face is printed upside down, so he just like, like the face like, and it was like the funniest thing because I opened it up and I'm like, you hold them like the right way up, and I think I saw that, and and I held on to it. I think I still have it, and like maybe like 4 years later, I posted it on like a M&R Productions like subreddit or something,
Yeah.
and he like had it out in one of his like videos, and I was like, whoa, that's epic. But I think he thought it was real Lego, but it's not. So
Yeah.
I didn't
Feels bad.
lie, but like,
You
yeah,
just didn't say it was fake Lego.
I just said this is a funny misprint.
Yeah. But I guess that video for me just kind of, it tanked well for the time being. I think it actually is at, last I checked, which it has been a while, it was at like 300 something views, which actually isn't terrible now that I think of it long term for my channel. Some videos for me, I do a lot of evergreen content. Like I don't ride the hype train for a lot of things. So a lot of my videos just end up doing well over time. Um, for example, my generic stud out of context video, that actually didn't do well right away. But later on, it ended up getting, well, now it's at like over 3,000 views. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should do another one.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing.
if
Give the
I
people what
if,
they want. That's what I always say.
yeah,
I just like doing
although
more of what does well because that's what people like. That's what they want. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're just doing this for views." No, this is what people want to see. If they like this one, they'll probably like another one, or they'll like something along those lines. Which I always
Yeah.
found interesting. So like,
Although for generic stud out of context, if I do a second one, it'll be harder to find clips before because his videos now are a lot more like straightforward. I don't really necessarily need to give my opinion on this. What? Oh, so his videos now are like I don't necessarily need to give my opinion on this. It's just straightforward, like maybe add a funny joke here and there kind of thing. But like early generic stud, he was like doing things where he had to kind of like put his opinion on things, like add his little spin to it.
well,
And he was saying a lot more outlandish things back
yeah.
in the day. It's kind of funny.
I mean, the thing with generics that's difficult is his entire videos are just pure. Everything out could be out of context because that's the humor that he does. So
Yeah.
so I guess it would be funnier. I guess like with my videos because I'm not like doing pure, like just funny stuff. I guess so. Like because I guess it would be difficult to edit a video with his stuff because his stuff's already so highly edited.
Yeah, I mean, I think your content style and his content style is
Very
so
different.
much different. Like yours is more like professional, I would say. And
No, his is
just-
more his certainly takes more work. Like someone who is I'd consider probably one of the if not the most professional person in the community is Tommy C Bricks. You know him, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure,
He
yeah.
has like a whole industrialized way of what he does. He is absolutely fascinating at it, and
Yeah.
I really think it's impressive. I don't know if you've seen like his videos. Like he has like fog machines, and he'll do like the 6-part series on the
I
Daily
mean,
Bugle. His editing is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the difference between let's see, generic stud and Tommy C Bricks is like Tommy C is
Tone
more
serious.
strictly like this, yeah, like serious professional. Generic stud is like I am
Goofy.
not limited by like professionality at all. I like this is just whatever the heck I splash
I
on
am
your
just a
plate.
goofy guy.
And
I make really
it is
quickly
good.
edited videos, and
And
Hello,
I feel like
I
I'm
can't
kind
do
of
his
going for a
impression.
mixture of that because I'm learning a lot of stuff like, you know, graphic design related things and like how to properly like, you know, rule of thirds kind of stuff too. And like, you know, not everyone uh kind of learns those kinds of things like only kind of reserved for like professionals kind of.
Yeah.
But I still like I still like some things are that generic stud kind of does and like Tommy in it and stuff like that because you know there's things like the rule of thirds where like I like that it's more aesthetically pleasing
Can you
and stuff
explain
like
that?
that.
What is the rule of thirds?
So the rule of thirds is here, it's like a grid like this.
Yeah.
It has one, two, three, or wait, hold on. It has like it's like a 3 by 3 grid. So imagine this is like three.
So
Let's see.
yeah,
Let's
no, I
cover this
understand.
up.
No, I get
It's
it. You
like
don't need to be
this.
precise. Yeah,
So
that's like an Instagram
if you
thing,
line
though.
it up on each of these like intersections, like right here, 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 or here, um, then it's more aesthetically pleasing, I guess. So
Really?
basically, like what I'm doing even with this shot right here, it's not everything is lining up with the rule of thirds, but my eyes are. So like you see there, so one line would go across my eyes right here, one line would go across this way,
You see, now
and
you got
then
me worrying. Like I need to
boom.
position the camera more, so I'm like looking directly
Yeah.
because you're
I
here.
mean,
And I want to preface, you're here. Like I'm looking at you here, and the camera's right here. So. So I'm like all over the place because I want to look at you, but I also want to look at the camera.
yeah, that's fair. But I guess my point kind of was there that there's some things that are kind of professional that I want to keep with my channel, and then there's other things that like fart noises. That's not professional. I want to add that to my I want to add farts to my videos. Like add some
That's probably what
reverb
your
to
mom
that
wanted to
fart,
see
man.
changed.
Like you gotta make it more funny, right? Because if you get too professional, you're not
You're not.
funny
You need to have
anymore,
fun
right?
with it. You need to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have a
It's not
balance.
worth it, especially. No, I don't. I mean this in this way, but like you're not even monetized, so like you have
Yeah.
like you could do whatever you want, effectively speaking.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
everyone who watches you loves you. Everyone thinks you're great. I think you're great. Again, I said I've yet to meet a person who really doesn't like you. Like I can't think of anyone, but there are a lot of people who don't like me that I don't really think about that much. So I don't know. Maybe someone was out there that's like, oh, you know that MicahNike guy? He's just the worst, spreading positivity and spreading the gospel. Oh, just awful, right? No. So yeah. I mean, I hope to see your channel grow a ton. It really should. Like you.
I mean, you've grown it a ton already. Probably like, I don't know, at least 300 of my subscribers are
Yeah, but like
your
yeah. I mean,
viewers.
I just like supporting people who I think make really good stuff, and you make really good stuff. Like another one. Like I don't know if you've heard of him, Jack Slash.
I haven't. Here,
You haven't? Here, let me. Here, I'll give you his Instagram. Here, I'll send you his Instagram right
Okay,
now.
yeah, sweet.
But
All right.
he is like, he just messaged me. Here. So I'll share his account with you. Jaxish, that's it. So here, I need to share it with you now. So where is MicahNike?
Yes, we're doing on the podcast,
On
guys.
the podcast,
But
yeah.
this is the moment
So
when
here,
Micah,
so this is.
like,
Oh wait,
learns
I
about
keep
Jack.
sending you a thing about Russia invading Ukraine, and that's not what I wanted to send you.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah,
that is
you ready to
unfortunate.
get drafted? It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh no, I
Hopefully
hope
we're in the
not.
same
Oh my
battalion. That's
gosh.
gonna be great. Oh, you're closer
Oh,
to it than I am. You're like 17, right?
what?
You're like 17, right? So you're like
I'm
double it.
18.
Yeah, okay, I sent it to you.
I mean, did I say 18?
Yeah,
I'm
but
19. Oh my gosh.
oh, you're 19.
Yeah,
Oh right, when I first met you, I think you were 17, or talked to you.
that's probably why. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
My brain is stuck in like
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
2005
that
or
makes
something.
sense then.
Yeah. So, he does like what you do. Like he did this recent video, and it was one of the coolest things. And he just went out and bought a bunch of the clone packs, and he tried to like beat a world record. And that was the whole
Ooh.
process. And there's no official world record, but it was still just a fun video. And I saw that. I'm like, I thought of you. Like, you do that type of stuff. It's really cool. But either way, I guess we'll round off. Where can people find you?
Ooh. So on YouTube, my name is MicahNike Productions. I might just
Spell that out.
change
It's like
it to Micah.
Micah.
Yeah. Oh, it's MicahNike Productions.
I think
And
you should do
then-
that. I think you should shorten it to just MicahNike. You're still not
Yeah.
huge right now. You should do that. I think you should. MicahNike.
Yeah, I could definitely benefit from that. I did a poll on my community tab a while ago, and people were like, "Yeah, you should just change your name." And I
Productions
think, like,
is one of the most overused things in the Lego
yeah,
community.
exactly. Yeah.
And like when I was creating my channel name, I wanted to incorporate that I did Lego Star Wars and Clone Troopers. Obviously, I'm a little more broad than just clones now. So I put Republic, and this was actually, my buddy Bricks by Bricks YT came up with this. So Republic, and I wanted something different because everyone was either Bricks Productions, Bricks with an X, Brick, Lego.
Videos.
like you know the rundown. Like that's what
Yeah.
everyone was. So I was like, I want to do, and then I heard studs, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And then I later found out that prequel stud existed.
Oh,
And, like
yeah.
I didn't know he existed until after that fact, and then generic stud I existed before, I think. So I
Yeah,
get the
I
claim
think
right.
Yeah, your channel existed before his, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And now everyone thinks I stole the stud from him. So
No.
rule me that one.
Feels bad.
I wonder,
man.
is that going to be a new brand? Are we going to have people ending their names with studs and stud? Like, we'll see.
Micah
because
Studs. That's
Micah
gonna be my channel name, guys.
Micah Studs, yeah.
Micah Studs.
Micah Stud, yes. So, either way, Mr. MicahNike, I am so happy to have you on. We established your Instagram. Also, what's your shorts channel? Because I want people to check this out and check out specifically the videos I am in, so that way he makes more of them, because I enjoy them.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, once again, MicahNike Productions. This is my main YouTube channel, and then my Instagram is MicahNike18. And then like Lego Community Clips is my clips channel. So like there's a bunch of like interesting or funny Lego clips on there about YouTubers from the community or massive YouTubers who are outside the Lego community that just happen to talk about Lego. And I'm like, oh, clippable moment. Mr. Beast talks about Lego. What? Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
No, yeah.
So Lego clips.
yeah, I am probably the most niche person on that entire channel. So and yet I have 2 videos, so I'm very happy about it. Uh, but
Yeah,
either but either way, thank you so much, Mike. This was so much fun.
this is an honor
I
to
love
be
this
on
guy.
here.
He is great. Probably like the second most positive person I know, like out of everyone in the world. So like
Wait,
that's
who's the
pretty
most
good.
positive person? I'm curious.
Oh no, I have a friend. His name's FOMO. He is just like the best. He's also I think yeah he's like I think he's a Christian. He's a Christian too, and he's big into that. He'll send me
Yeah.
Bible quotes and videos
Oh yeah.
on YouTube. Like about biblical stuff, and I listen to it. Like again, I'm Jewish, so I'm not big on it, but like I still like listening to it. I still think it's interesting to listen to. But
Yeah, like
either
even if
way,
you're
yeah. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Again, this is available on Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, all those places. So give it a listen on Spotify. Maybe next time. We're just trying to get
heck
our
yeah, dude.
viewership up
This
there.
is my first exposure to Spotify. Oh my
Really?
gosh.
Wow, MicahNike is making it on
Micah
Spotify.
Like is finally on Spotify. I listen to
Yes.
music through Spotify though,
All
so
right.
heck.
Oh, and now you're gonna listen to podcasts with you in it on
Yeah.
Spotify. Then podcasts are always uploaded a day early on Spotify, so check that out. I'll see you all in the
Ooh.
next one. Peace out. Stay awesome. Anything else, Mike and Ike?
Dude, that's about it. Sub to studs, guys.
Thank you. Sub to Mike and Ike, of course. I want him to have 3,000 billion subscribers by the end
Yeah, let's
of this
go, guys.
video.